Hey, I'm Junior with Keystone RV Center in Greencastle, Pennsylvania, off I-81, exit 1. Just want to let you know we are not officially sponsored by Monster yet. However, if they want to start sending us free energy drinks, we'll take them. Had the new guys spend 45 minutes to find a can that lined up correctly. So, what we're doing today is we've got a lot of questions over the years of how do I set up, how do I do this part of my camping. So we got a brand new truck here. We're going to back it up to a brand new Coachman Catalina. We're going to go from front to back, beginning to end. How to set up your weight distribution from Equalizer E4 is the one we're going to be showing. We're going to show you how to set brake controllers, what you should be looking at, as far as the brake controller goes, how to back it into the campsite, how to hook up to power, how to hook up to water. Everything that you could possibly think of, we're going to try to go over today. And if we miss something, please throw it in the comments section down below. Bear with us on the noise a little bit. I asked my boss to shut the dealership down for an entire day so we could do the video. He laughed at me and threw me out of the office. That's Eric Kendall, so when you hear me making fun of him later during these videos, Eric Kendall is our GM. We're going to be putting on this Equalizer E4 onto the truck. Now, we've already got all the hitch work set up, but what we are going to do is go through the full hookup. Now, this truck is equipped with a backup camera, and we'll show you how we back it up here at Keystone RV Center. If you don't have a backup camera, the way that I recommend, so you can try to line the ball up with the trailer, is point with your entire arm which way you want the back end of this truck to go while they're backing up. Please remember, once you get it at that perfect spot and the person goes stop or however they signal it to you, apply the parking brake before you let your foot off that pedal brake. Otherwise, you're going to get a little rock forward or backward with that truck, and that perfect spot you just got, it's going to be off by about an inch now. So, Mark, let's jump in the truck. Let's show them how we back it up here. And hopefully we won't hit anything this time. We had to get another truck because I hit stuff with the last one. Sorry. So this Catalina trailer, and this made by Coachman, we're just going to drop the truck into reverse. Now on this Ford, we got this little magnifier here, so I'm going to push that button. Because my boss was cheap and decided that the bigger screen for backing up was not worth it for us. Thanks, Eric. Really appreciate it. Alright, so right about there is perfect. Now, if you don't have a backup camera, you're going to use hand signals, which we'll show you here in a bit. Notice that I've applied the parking brake. I'm going to take my foot off the pedal brake, let it rest to there, and then place it into park. Anytime you're putting a truck and trailer combination in park, we do want you to apply the pedal brake, push the shifter to neutral, let your foot off the pedal brake, let the parking brake kind of hold everything there. So let's jump out, let's show you how that's done on the backside. Alright, now that we've got the truck all the way backed up right underneath so we can drop the trailer right on there, I'm going to stop and take a nice swig of this lovely Monster Energy drink, who's not sponsoring us, but we really wish they would. That being said, this Coachman Catalina is a legacy edition, so we have the advantage of having a power tongue jack instead of a manual crank. Mark, go figure, the videos that we happen to be doing are with the power tongue jack. Why? Because I'm telling you folks, it is the best investment you're going to make on your trailer, and you'll see why here shortly. So we're going to drop this all the way down. I'm going to stop moving this. Once this gets all the way there and the truck starts taking some of the load, I'm just going to slide my latch forwards, and I'll get to the spot where it'll actually slip all the way down. And if it doesn't, you can reverse direction, and that will usually get it. So, a lot of times you'll see in the campground guys beating on these things. That is the last thing you want to do. So now we're going to raise it back up since it didn't latch. We'll take some of that angle back out of it. And right there it goes. You see that? Starting to drop down. So, you'll see guys out there with blocks of wood and everything else beating on this thing. That is the wrong way to do it. Now, the next thing you want to do, put this in a safe location that doesn't drop on you. When Keystone tells you that we install hitch work, we include everything, which is going to also include your safety pin for the front. I want you to put that in right now because we're about to lift up on this guy to make it easier to put the weight distribution bars on. So we're going to go ahead and lift up, 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 up. Take some of the tension out of this. That way these bars slide on nice and easy. So, once we've got some height out of here, we're going to take our weight distribution bars. Now, as you can see, these are notched, so I can't put them in the wrong direction. And if you can read the writing, you can actually get these in correctly. You switch them from side to side, no big deal, just flop them back to the other side. So we're going to slide that in, take our safety pin apart, slide that in, and put that cotter pin the whole way across so it's locked on. Now, what you ideally want to do is lift this up so this bar you can just push straight over. However, we haven't done that. The reason why is we want to show you how this works. So, I want you to drop the point in first. Then, I want this bar to sit nice and clean and even there. Go from a kneeling position, stand straight up and bring that bar across. Give that a little bit of a boot. Drop our pin right in. Now we've jumped around to the other side of the camper, and I've also changed hats. We've got new monsters and we've changed hats because we got the Coachman Catalina hats in. We're doing a Coachman Catalina, kind of felt right. So we've raised the tongue jack up so this bar is now even. Just going to give it a little bit of a boot. Now the reason we have to give it a little bit of a force there over some of the other hitch designs is we actually have a friction point up front here. We're going to make sure we got our safety pin in. Now, the next thing we're going to do before we take this tongue jack down, we're going to go ahead and plug into our 7-way connector. And you're just going to drop it down, and there'll be a notched out section where this will ride in. And you see it's slightly different. Mark, let me know when you got that on focus. Alright, Mark's just giving thumbs up. He was talking on the videos earlier today, so I was excited. So we're going to make sure that's in all the way. Some people like to put a bungee cord around there. It's personal preference. As long as it's a new system, it should be alright, a new latch. Then we're going to take our safety chains. We're going to come in here, and we're going to hook them. But first, we're going to cross them. We recommend that you cross your safety chains here. I've heard mixed reviews on whether it's legal or not to run them not crossed. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm going to tell you to cross them, because that's the way I do it here. Just going to come in, hook onto this, drop it down and around, do the same for the other side. Now the next thing we're going to do, once I'm smart enough to get this one hooked, we have the safety chains connected. We're going to take our breakaway cable, hook it onto here, then we're going to come right into here and lock this guy down. Now we do recommend using a locking system like this. Some people will tie it on, some will clip it onto the chains. We definitely don't recommend that. We want to see you leave with that. That's why whenever we price a hitch setup, that we price it for everything. Now what this is a breakaway system, so if the truck and the trailer become separated, this little guy will pull out. It will also tend to pull out usually more on fifth wheels than travel trailers. When you're backing up and you get in a really tight situation, it will activate the brakes. To reinstall it, and I'm going to actually feather this up through here so it's out of the way, just line it up and you're going to press it in. Try to press it in one way and it doesn't go, don't force it. It'll actually start to suck in and you'll hear a positive click to let you know that it's in all the way. Now, you saw us pull it there. That's not bad for a few seconds. What you don't want to do is leave it out for an extended period of time. Now, of course, on this Coachman Catalina, we do have hitch lights off the front to make light. No, it's okay. We're filming a video. Keep paging. So we're going to have hitch lights right here that we can turn on and off to make everything illuminate a little bit nicer. Now, we're going to take this breaker bar here that we use to load this up. I showed you how to do it the easy way. We recommend doing that. Ladies, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you keep this on your side of the truck, your husband gets out of line, the kids get out of line, you start waving this around, I guarantee you they will get back into line real quick. So, we're going to go ahead and put that on the passenger side of the truck. We're going to raise the tongue jack. Now on this Coachman Catalina, there's a sticker down here that says stop. Do not bring above this point. Guess what we're not going to do, folks? All right, we're going to go ahead and cut the video because watching this raise up is not going to be any fun for anybody. All right, so now we've got the trailer raised up all the way. Next, we're going to jump back into this Ford pickup truck. Now on Ford, you can add a trailer. It's saying trailer blind spot. Mark, do you need me to move the steering wheel? You good? Fantastic. So we're going to call the trailer JR because I think those initials are awesome. So J. It is the default electric surge. We do not have electric over hydraulic. Trailer brake effort. This is a longer trailer, so we're going to go ahead and set it to high. It is a conventional. If you had a fifth wheel, you could set that, or a gooseneck. Do you want to set up trailer blind spot? We're going to go ahead and skip that process. Go down to your local Ford dealership and they can go through with that. So now that we've got the trailer set up on there, we're going to go to the trailer checklist. We're going to tell you right now, turn off trailer sway control. I know it sounds different, but that's what we're going to tell you to do. Now you can see our brake output is set at 10. I'm going to tell you right now to back that down. The way you're going to do that on this Ford, in pretty much any factory built, there's going to be a button here that has a minus and a plus. Raising it up, lowering it down, and then it'll have a pinch lever here. This is your manual override. I call it the behave switch, and we'll tell you why we call it that later. So I'm going to tell pretty much everybody somewhere between 7.5 is where you want to start. Now there's no magical number that works for everybody. So what you're looking to feel is that when you hit the brakes of the truck, that truck and trailer, in my opinion, should stop together. Now, again, it's based off that driver. What you're comfortable with is going to be the correct setting. So if you want to feel it tug you just a hair, that's fine. We don't want to feel it pushing you through the stop sign, and we don't want to feel it stop you 10 feet before the stop sign. Now, we install the P2 brake controller here. The thing I love about that is it has a brake boost switch. So if you're coming down a windy, twisty mountain road, down a hill, and you want a little bit more brakes a little bit sooner, you can just reach up, hit that brake boost once, twice, or 3 times to give you a little bit quicker activations, a little bit more firm on the brake controller. Along with that, if you have a stop and go traffic, you can use it anytime that you want more brakes and you don't want to reach down and dial with it. Now, we have the E4 sway system on this. That's not to say that if you get out into Indiana in the middle of tornado season, you get hit by a 70-mile-an-hour wind, it's going to keep you in line. Been there, done that. So what I'm going to tell you to do in that circumstance is reach down here, pinch that together, and accelerate the truck at the same time. The reason we're going to tell you to do that is it's going to slam the brakes on the trailer and straighten the truck. So that will make that trailer behave. So that's the behave switch. You like that? All right. So that's the first thing we're going to go over there. We're going to go over your trailer checklist here, making sure we got stuff up out of the way, things like that. So check in on the next video for that. So next we're going to tell you to go in through your main menu and follow this safety checklist. If you don't have a Ford with this checklist, please follow it anyway. We're going to go through the connection checklist of a conventional trailer. Is the ball coupled and locked? Yes. The electrical wiring connected? Yes, it is. Lights functioning? Guys, do I got left turn? Okay, I'm getting a thumbs up. Right turn? All right, we're good. Brake? Yep. And headlights? Excellent, guys. Safety chains connected? Yep, we did that. Tongue jack raised? Absolutely. Mirrors adjusted? What I want to see is I want those mirrors pulled out on the a lot of the Ford F-250s, 350s, a lot of the Dodges and Chevys have expandable mirrors. We want to get those out all the way, and I want to adjust them so I can see the edge of my trailer in a safe connection. If you want to know more about that, stop down at our dealership and we'll go over that in person. Trailer gain adjusted or assessed it, either way. So adjusted, absolutely. We went ahead and set it for 7.5, and we'll dial that in once we get going. Trailer disconnected, we're not going to do that quite yet. So that is your connection checklist. That's the safety items you're going to want to go over. Again, make sure your slides are in, make sure your TV antennas are down, make sure the kids are outside of the trailer. You don't want to be hauling them down in the well, I don't know, that might not be that. No, you can't do that. So kids are outside of there, everybody's safely belted inside the truck, and we'll go ahead and get this driving to the campground, and we'll get it all set up next.